Alright, playtime is fucking over, now it's time for the vibe check. Yeah, there's not going to be any popcorn, isn't going to be any laughs here, I not even use my microphone. This video is gonna suck, guys. I'm not going to spend hours editing this to make this fun. It's just going to me yelling at my camera for a few minutes because I'm pissed, honestly. Now, to make this clear, this isn't the worst thing that Lily Orchard has ever done. It's not even close. The worst thing that she has ever done is still what I said in my last video, that she took a post of someone that said that she was going through abuse, then said that that person was lying, and put it on her video with the username still intact, so people could harass this person if they wanted to. This is the worst thing that Lily Orchard has ever done, no contest. This isn't even the worst time that Lily Orchard has deleted a video or writing content and has lied to everyone on the internet about what she said, because the worst was still on her 100 tweets writing advice thread when she tried to pretend that the entire thing was a joke and that she wrote things that she didn't, and she wasn't taking this seriously, and she didn't say, oh my god, because people are still so angry, I'm so trolling, oh my god. This isn't the worst thing, not close, not in any category, but still it's the fucking most pathetic. This is a new low for her. We were expecting this. We were all expecting this. I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but when I saw that she didn't apologize or anything, yeah, this is going to become a bigger shit show, isn't it? But the fact that she tried to rewrite her video is so fucking insane, because honestly, you would expect her to make a new video clarifying what she meant or anything, but she just rewrote the entire thing and deleted the original so you couldn't go back to anything that she said and try to parse what she means. And also criticizes everybody that was rude to her for the original video. So if everyone that was criticizing you was so out of touch, was so out of tone, where's the original video, Lily? Why can't we see that for ourselves? And to be very clear, the excuse of her deleting the video because she doesn't want to deal with harassment doesn't fly. Because even if we assume that she can't block comments, or she can just ignore it, even if we assume that, she is still going out on YouTube and taking down the re-uploads. The re-upload that I used to do my video, it got taken down by her. Oh geez, I wonder why she did that. I wonder if she's trying to gaslight everyone into conforming to her narrative. And let me make something pretty clear. Just because it's not done to specifically one person, just because it was done to hundreds of people, and just because it was on the internet doesn't mean that this isn't gaslighting, by the way. This is completely an abusive tactic made by creators that are trying to change history to be on their side. Lily Orchard saw dozens of people saying that she was being problematic, she was being ableist, she was being racist, and she's trying to control the conversation on her side. Badly, might I add. She legitimately did that video. She was yeah, because I have a friend in Okinawa, because this person helps me decide what anime is problematic or not. And motherfucker, really? Are you really trying to use the black friend excuse? I'm not racist against Asians. I actually have a friend living in Okinawa, which I contact regularly. Motherfucker. And yeah, I am doubt that. I'm calling bullshit. I am betting against her bluff. She does not have a friend in Okinawa that she's magically mentioning because of this video. And even if she does have, what kind of friend is this? What kind of relationship is that? Yeah, because to decide what anime is problematic or not, I ask their opinion. What? First of all, you only watch dubs that are probably more readily available in the United States. It's not like you're looking for obscure, untranslated manga and you're asking someone for their fucking opinion. Why would you run it by your friend from Okinawa? If you're watching an anime, you're not just going to look up the image just the promo images, look up what people are saying on the internet, look up a basic summary of the plot. By the way, you actually admitted that you watched things while spoiled, so you could look up a summary of the plot. You don't do that. You go run to your friend from Okinawa and say if the anime is problematic or not. I fucking doubt it. Even if it's true, it's just bullshit. Like, what are you even talking about? So yeah, instead of actually reflecting on the shit that she says, which she was called out multiple times, me including, she decided to try to pull some bullshit to try to make you forget what she said. I didn't even think that the original video was racist, you know? The original Dungeon Meshi video. But she has done stuff like this before. I have called her out on it. Multiple people have not addressed it, just called us only MAGA heads, which by the way she deleted. Yeah, why did you delete that, Lydia? I thought that you were being completely reasonable in your video. Why did you decide to delete the fact that everyone calling you racist in your eyes was a racist themselves? It's almost like there was a complete fault and a complete communication error. Why did you delete the fucking joke involving your ex when you were 14? Was that also Dungeon Meshi fandom's fault for misinterpreting what you did and not a massive tone whiplash? And you know what? Even if it was, every single person criticizing her was just complaining about something that doesn't exist and seeing other shit, this is still her fault, you know? Because this is her job as a YouTuber, which she has, at this point, probably decades of doing, if not decades, then multiple years of doing. And in the video, she says that you shouldn't judge something by intention, you should judge by execution. And that just flew over her head. Her entire fucking advice just flew over her head, and she was like, yeah, but that doesn't count for me. You should totally judge my intentions. I didn't intend to say any harmful shit. You guys are just bullshitting me. Which is why I deleted my video, by the way. Didn't apologize for anything that I said. Fucking audacity, man. Holy shit. Like in her video, she says a bunch of shit like, oh, the Dungeon Meshi fandom is so toxic. I don't know, like, bitch, do you know what you said in the fucking original video? Do you know how fucking, like, harmful was everything that you said? Like, I actually didn't go over this in my original video because I was just watching it and having fun. But she said some of the most ableist shit that you ever seen in her life. She said stuff like, oh, because, people that like Laios and people that's like Sheldon are just like autistic people that don't want to be called out for it because there are a lot of autistic people that don't want to change. It was some dumb bullshit like that. I might be misquoting, but it's her fucking fault. She deleted the video. If she had left it up, then I wouldn't be misremembering her words, you know. But let me make something very clear here. First of all, whether or not Laios is autistic is completely irrelevant for the discussion. Because even if we assume that normal, neurotypical people who are weird doesn't deserve respect, which is wrong, and even if we assume that everybody who is autistic is both wants to have an official medical diagnosis and wants to have an official medical diagnosis, which is also false, even if we assume that those things are right, whether or not Laios is autistic still does not matter, because autistic people are still deserving of privacy regarding their health and their mental health, their mental state. So does a character need to walk around with a sign saying, I am autistic, for you to respect their struggles? No, they don't. Like, you shouldn't fucking judge a character for fucking acting weird, which she does. She specifically says in the video that Laios is a boring fuck. She doesn't understand why anyone likes him. She doesn't fucking comprehend that Laios cares about his sister, considering that he doesn't show a lot of emotion and he doesn't show that he cares about her, even though we follow his thoughts a lot and he showed multiple times to be thinking about her, and the fucking premise of the anime is him going into a dungeon filled with monsters to bring her back. She just completely ignores all of this, be like, yeah, he's a cold-hearted bastard because he doesn't show emotion, because he is excited about monsters. And she goes on record to saying that when he hugged his sister, which was a moment of understated calm emotion, it got completely outstaged by a more emotional outburst. And she took the fight when a guy that Laius thought was his friend said that he was actually faking it and didn't like him, and she just completely ignored, like, oh, because he was just calling Laius out for being annoying, even when Laius was completely right about everything that he was saying, and that he actually took the time and care to be prepared to rescue his sister. She completely ignored it, and she was like, yeah, Laius is fucking stupid, it's fucking ridiculous, I don't like it. Then she made a fucking autistic moral chart, like a moral line, and put Laius below the lady that gaslit and abused her brother while killing a person. That's why you were being called ableist, Lily. Holy shit. Oh my god! And it doesn't get better in this new video, might I add. I mean, she still keeps comparing him to that fucking lady from the fucking game for some reason. And then she took like a picture of the manga where, the scene in the manga where Laius is trying to talk with the winged lion tempts him with his wishes, his desires, be like, yeah, because the anime shows. Then she's like, yeah, because the manga shows that he's actually a psychopath that wants to kill people. Like, no. Why are you assuming that this character wants to hurt people? Do you think that he went and murdered someone? You think he set fire to a village? Like, in the scene itself, in the scene of the manga that she's talking about, he clearly shows that he cares about his friends. The lion uses it to tempt him. He says, well, guess what? If there are no more dungeons and no more monsters, your knowledge of monsters will become useless and you can't communicate with people anymore. Also, you won't be able to resurrect your sister. Also, if you do this, Marcel won't have to live and die alone. Also, I will make sure that all your friends are safe and secure. Like, it's in the scene, and she just says, like, he's a fucking psychopathic monster that wants to kill and hurt people. And you know what? Even if he wanted to kill people based on his bad experiences of being abused, motherfucker did an entire video on her shitty Star Wars OC that was the daughter of an person that got profits from the slave trade and said, yeah, my OC kills people. Like, I think that it's awesome that she goes around and fucking kills people that think are bad. Yeah, I wrote it in a fanfic that she makes a bunch of people jump out of the balcony. That was awesome. And why do you have a problem with Laius wanting to kill people that harm him? Like, why do you have a problem with the guy? Laius didn't even do it. He just fantasizing, oh, it would be nice if monsters went and killed the people who treated me and my sister horribly. He didn't even do it, which already makes him morally better than your shitty OC. Why do you have a problem with that? Fucking Christ! And then she goes and says that the ending where he becomes a king is a bad ending for him because he doesn't get to indulge in his desires. I'm like, oh my god! Oh my god! Like, do you think that this was a bad ending for him? Really? That's the logical point that you got? That this was some kind of punishment for him? Like, you don't think that this was a responsibility that he stepped up to do because people need him, because he was being responsible, because he put on his big boy pants instead of doing something else that he might like more, because people have said that they need me, because I can help people by doing this. And he was a fair king. If he was the gigantic misanthrope, a fucking psychopath that you thing he could still rule really badly, you know? He could treat people very poorly, but he didn't. He was a good person. And yeah, the thing about him not being around monsters was the lion on dubbing being like, yeah, I'm going to fuck you right now. I'm going to put a curse on you because I hate you. Like, he still gave up on his biggest desire of being a monster to fucking help people, you know? Like, he gave up on what the lion considered his biggest desire in order to try to fix the catastrophic situation that he was in. And you know how else I know that Lily is being, like, really shitty against autistic people? Is because, like, when you take other characters in comparison, Laios isn't really that far off in the scheme of helping people and being like an asshole, because the show does keep a balance of like characters actually being helpful or not, because of, you know, it's a comedy. And you take Senshi, which is a character that spent years living down in this fucking dungeon, almost not talking to people. And he goes and gets the entire party captured by orcs because he wanted to make bread. And Lily doesn't say a fucking word. You could fucking argue that Laius going in the paintings was him trying to get a cheap source of food to try to keep the party moving. And him trying to eat armor was just like, yeah, a thought that appeared in his mind because he was having to fight the armor anyway. He already had to fight it, but like, yeah, might as well eat it too. That one trick that Senshi pulled, like getting the whole party captured to make bread, there is no fucking excuse for that. And she did not bring it up. Not once. That's because Senshi is friendly, Senshi is nice, Senshi is helpful, and Laius is just that annoying white boy, annoying pasty blonde boy that keeps being annoying, doesn't show emotion, it just keeps info dumping. Fucking Christ! Like, she saw people in the manga criticizing Laius, stuff that he posts, and she's like, oh, because I was so vindicated by the manga. Oh, I was so vindicated because the manga treats him like the piece of shit that he deserves to be treated as. And she cannot fucking comprehend, like, the idea of having a friend that's kind of weird and he does shit that annoys you sometimes, but like you still like him as a friend. Like, I'm going to be real here, like, it doesn't fucking matter if Lily Orchid is autistic or not. Like, this was a discussion that popped up in the comments on my latest video. I'm going to say, okay guys, I'm not going to fucking speculate about her mental health situation here. Like, it doesn't fucking matter because there are black people that are racist. There are gay people that are homophobic. There are women who are sexist. It's a thing that happens. It's not impossible for an autistic person to be ableist. And hiding behind your identity like that doesn't fucking work. When you have one person's Lily's word against dozens of other autistic people that are calling her out on her bullshit. Like, it doesn't fucking work. I do not give a shit if Lily Orchid is autistic or not. But honestly, if she is, it's really, really sad and pathetic that she had to fucking change in the scale that is suggesting in this video. That she cannot fucking, like, comprehend the idea of a person saying, I don't know, some kind of deranged comment or something that is kind of rude, and then like people being upset at you and being mad at you, but like not making a big deal out of it. Because she does bring up again, like Laius saying that that Falling looked really cool as a dragon hybrid, and I did say that Laius didn't say it out loud, which I still maintain, because in the manga it's pretty clear that he didn't, and Senshi was clearly just looking at his expression. But even if he did, even if he said out loud that Falling looked really cool, do you actually think that he was going to keep her in this state? Do you think that he was going to, like, completely ignore don't want to stay like Elias would stop her? Do you think that this is what happened? Do you think that he can just think that something's cool and then help his sister anyway? Even if an autistic person started info dumping in a funeral, like people could just accept that, that it's actually really common when people are in grief to try to forget that, to try to not talk about it. Like if your dad died and you didn't want to talk about it and want to talk about something else instead, I think it should be perfectly acceptable for you to behave like that. And even if it isn't, even if you think that's so fucking hurtful that someone would do that, you don't think there's reason that a person would just be like, dude, maybe you should stop, maybe you are making people upset right now, and then just move on with their life without judging the autistic person too harshly because that person made a mistake in a tense social situation that many neurotypicals don't know how to navigate. You think that giving a person this level of goodwill is completely alien to you. You know what? Fucking who cares at this point? Who fucking I don't even need to explain all the ways that the video was bad and the arcade sucked. I've already done it. Many people have already done it. At this point, if you go on YouTube and look up her name, her channel isn't the first thing to appear. Other videos are the first thing to appear. So I'm just going to end this here. So just going to say that she sucks, and you already knew this, and just going into details on the video that she fucking deleted, because she fucking deleted her video. So we can't have access to her words from the source. They need to be reinterpreted through the eyes and ears of people that dislike her, which I'm pretty sure is going to go really well. So yeah, Lily, you're not going to be able to outlive this one. Your reputation is fucking ruined. Nothing can do about that. Fucking delete her channel, man. Honestly, even aside from all the harmful shit that you have said, even if you hadn't said it, this was one of the worst media analysis I have ever seen in my life, and your re-upload did not make things better. No joke, this bitch actually went and started comparing Dungeon Meshi to BoJack Horseman, and she started saying because BoJack Horseman is a show that deconstructs the character and shows him a harmful being, and you need to like him for you to enjoy the show. And no, you don't. What are you talking about? You do not have to like BoJack Horseman at all. In fact, the fact that BoJack Horseman is relatable is actually supposed to be a surprise. Most people that watch this fucking show are complaining about the first episodes and being this feels like Family Guy but shittier. When does it get good? You're supposed to be surprised at how relatable BoJack Horseman is. And then she goes and that scene from the manga and anime we are following, she's a dragon and she's a badass and she rips off her shirt and she starts making sounds and it's the coolest shit you've ever seen. She goes, because this is a sign of trigger not respecting women. Can you imagine being this media illiterate to see a character clearly showing her beast side and how she was transformed as a monster, ripping off the last shreds of civilization and saying, man, this shit sucks actually, it's demeaning to women. Even if it was sexy, even if you're supposed to be horny about this, that doesn't make it any less cool, Jesus, do you remember when feminists went on the internet and there was a whole Free the Nipple movement in 2010 or something, because we tried to make breasts non-sexualized just as men were, and even if they were sexualized, they shouldn't be bad, and how this obsession with covering women's breasts was actually really harmful and was actually having a bad effect on women's health, because you couldn't show videos of how to look up and feel for breast cancer because YouTube would censor that. Remember that? I wish we had the feminists of the 2010s back, not whatever this fucking shit is. So yeah, like, really fucking delete your channel and cut ties with every single friend that you have that knew that you were going to pull the shit and didn't stop you, because they clearly don't love you. This is the most pathetic stunt I have ever seen. And yeah, I guess video over. Like, man, I remember when I used to feel jealous about Lily, you know, because I mean, I have a small channel. I have less than 800 subscribers. I do not get money for doing this because I have less than 1,000 subscribers. And I kind of wish that I was like her, you know, oh, because I wish I was listened by the internet. I wish that I had a platform. I wish that I could, like, talk about the things that I like and make a living like that. But honestly, looking at this, I'm cool. I don't need to be like Lily. Like, if I was earning money by doing this, but the counterpoint to that is that I have to be like so brain dead about media that I keep pulling shit like this. No, I'm good. I rather be me. And yeah, I'm calling her brain dead. I have called her amoral multiple times also in the last video, and apparently Lily thinks that this is ableist, that people are calling her retarded while saying that she is ableist. And yeah, you shouldn't use that word, the word is bad, but let me make something very clear. Criticizing someone for being incompetent at a task that they chose to perform is very different than seeing a character that is behaving autistically and just assuming shit about him and just shitting on him in the most disrespectful manner. Because honestly, Lily, you brought this on yourself. This is your job. You decided to make a video on Dungeon Meshi. You fucked up. You did bad. And people have the right to criticize you for that. Because you chose to do this task and failed. You took the responsibility of talking about this anime and failed. Criticizing you for doing a poor job is not ableist. And yeah, that's it. End of discussion. Bye, guys.